dark, our shadows stretch long, shadows cross the floor. 3 a.m. finds her tracing every spark of what used to be a wide and open door. She counts the ticking seconds on the wall, wondering if the silence has a sound, waiting for the sky out there to fall, or for a heavy heart to hit the ground. The air feels thick with things she ever said, folded in the corners of the sheets. 1,000 ghost notes dancing in her head, wandering through those empty city streets. But the glass stays cold beneath her thumb, staring at the rectangle of light, praying for a single word to come, to break the very stillness of the night. Just a vibration or a digit on the display, to tell her that the ghost is still awake, before the blue light leads into the gray, and she finds another anchor point to break. Old photographs of jagged shards of flint, striking fires that smoke but never burn, looking for a sign or just a hint that the lessons weren't as clear as they turn. The wallpaper is peeling back its face, revealing all the layers left before. She tries to navigate this hollow space between the window and the locked bedroom door. The air feels thick with things she never said, folded in the corners of the sheets. 1,000 those notes dancing in her head, wandering through those empty city streets. But the glass stays cold beneath her thumb, staring at the rectangle of light, praying for a single word to come, so break the heavy stillness of the night. Just a vibration on a digit on the display, to tell that the ghost is still awake, before the blue light fades into the core, and she finds another anchor point to break. The morning coffee cools beside your hand, the maps we drew are buried in the sand. We stopped trading stories weeks ago, watching the garden lose its will to grow. The heavy silence has a weight of steel, replacing every touch we used to feel. You turn a page and I just stare at walls, building a fortress in the quiet halls. There is no thunder or a crashing door, just the slow tires speeding from the shore. We are fading like ink in the pouring rain, without the sharpness of a sudden pain. We drift apart in the middle of the day, with nothing left that either wants to say. The distance grew while we were standing still, against the steady cooling of our will. No flags are lowered and no bells are rung. The final anthem stays forever unsung. We kept the peace until the keys grew cold, a story finished where the end stays untold. No bitter medicine or jagged edge, just the slow crumbling of the outer ledge. We look through windows at the different skies, with steady breathing and with hollow The ceiling is a slate determined to fall. The furniture has grown taller than the wall. I walk through the kitchen and the floor gives way, like a sodden sponge in the middle of the day. Every word we spoke is a stone in my shoe. I am wearing the dust that was left by you. The moon is a ghost in a gray wool coat. The night is a tide that won't let me float. I try to lift my hand, but the air is thick, like a heavy clock with a rusted tick. The garden is drowned in a silver steam, and I am the anchor in a leaden dream. The sky is a blanket made of white river sand, pressed against the mirror in the hollow of the hand. There is no thunder, just the weight of a shelf where the light used to sit by its golden love. It is not a stone, it is just a residue of a massive gravity of losing you. The birds have gone quiet under iron leaves, while the mist clings tight to the sagging eaves. I am digging a hole through the pressure of sight to find where the darkness becomes less polite. The balance is broken and the scale is tipped by the ink of a story that remains unzipped. I fold up the letters, but they weigh like bricks. The heat of the memory is playing its tricks. The stairs are a mountain that I cannot climb, buried in the silts of a different time. The windows are blind and the curtains are cast in the permanent shadow of the immediate past. The sky is a blanket made of white river sand, pressed against the mirror in the hollow of the hand. There is no thunder, just the weight of the shepherd that I used to sit by its golden self. His land is golden, it's just a residue of the massive gravity of losing you. The street lamp leans heavy on the garden gate. The dinner plate is cold beneath the dust. I watch the shadows pull the hours straight. The lock is crying out with orange dust. I left the latch unturned just in case you're walking through the valley or the fog to find a familiar curve within this place, like a shepherd searching for a straying dog. I bought 100 bolts to burn the haze. They're made of spins of frantic silver wheels. I'm living in a bright and blinding maze, trying to remember how the dark used to feel. The neighbors say I'm fueling up a sun inside a house where nobody remains, but I won't stop until the night is done, or until the blood is quiet in my veins. She leaves the lights on for a ghost tonight. I'm golden fever in the window frame, feeding all the moths upon the sight of a doorway, calling out a silent name. It's a hollow kind of prayer in the hall, a yellow beacon for a ship that sank, waiting for the heavy rain to fall and fill the void within the empty bank. The carpet shows the paths you used to tread, from the kitchen to the corner by the stair. I dream about the words we never said, and the way the morning used to catch your hair. Now the ceiling glows like polished bone, searching for a pulse inside the pine. I'm sitting on your velvet heap, drawing out a long and glowing light. But must have been against the glass, tempted by the warmth of my mistake. They watch the winter season slowly pass, and the frozen surface of the nearby lake. If a traveler should see his house of fire, they might think of wedding celebrations here, instead of just a lonely wire burning through another lonely year. She leaves the lights on for the ghost tonight, a golden singer in the window frame, feeding on miles upon mine, of the doorway calling out a silent name. It's a hollow kind of prayer that's long, a yellow beacon for a ship that sank, waiting till the heavy rain to fall, until the void was in the empty bank. Reason is a stone inside my shoe, but I'll keep the curtain flowing anyway. Evidence is thin and far too few to prove that you'll return at break of day. But the switch is flicked and locked in place, a monument to things that cannot be, searching for the outline of a face across the black and hungry rolling sea. She leaves the lights on so that girls tonight, a golden summer and the end of fame. See there all the months upon the sight, or the doorway calling out a silent name. It's a hollow kind of prayer in the hole, a yellow beacon for a ship that sank, waiting for the heavy rain to fall and fill the void within the empty bank. The pain is cold against my cheek, the sky is draining out of light. I watch the silver splinter streak across the canvas of the night. Your name is written in the mist that gathers on the dusty glass, the ghost of something never kissed that watches all the hours pass. The clouds are heavy with the weight of everything I failed to say. I bow before a locked off gate as summer shadows turn to gray. The storm is weeping for us both, since heaven knows you are not mine. A silent fell, a broken drop, stretched in along the jagged line. It pours upon the thirsty snows, it washes out the path to you. The thunder comes in hollow bones and dyes the weary world in blue. I trace the droplets as they crawl, like tears upon a porcelain face. I built a thick and rising wall between our hearts in time and space. You are the shore I cannot reach, the lighthouse on a jagged reef, a lesson that the seasons teach in every falling autumn leaf. The clouds are heavy with the weight of everything I failed to Morning coffee cools beside your hand. The maps we drew are buried in the sand. We started trading stories weeks ago, watching the garden lose its will to grow. The heavy silence has a way of steel, replacing every touch we used to feel. You turn a page and I just stare at walls, building a fortress in the quiet halls. There is no thunder or a crashing door, just a slow tide receding from the shore. We are fading like ink in the pouring rain, without the sharpness of a sudden pain. We drift apart in the middle of the day, with nothing left that either wants to say. The distance grew out, we were standing still, against the steady cooling of our will. No flags are lowered and no bells are rung. The final anthem stays forever unsung. We kept the peace until the peace grew cold, a story finished where the end stays untold. No bitterness in or jagged edge, just the slow crumbling of the outer ledge. We look through windows at the different skies, with steady breathing and with hollow eyes. The keys are resting on the wooden shelf, each of us folding back into ourselves. The dinner plates are rinsed and set aside, nowhere for the ghost of us to hide. The calendar is blank for every June. We hum a different and a hollow tune. It is a victory of the gray and vast, a long shadow that our motion casts. No voices rising to a jagged peak. The strength we had has grown incredibly weak. The threads are snapping one by one unseen, and all the space is widening between. There is no thunder or crashing door, just a low tide receding from the shore. We are fading like ink in the pouring rain, without the sharpness of the sun and pain. We drift apart in the middle of the day, when the nothing left that either wants to say. The distance grew out, we were standing still, against the steady cooling of our will. There's no thunder or crashing door, just a slow tide receding from the shore. We are fading like ink in the pouring rain, without the sharpness of a sudden pain. We drift apart in the middle of the day, with nothing left that I don't want to say. The distance grew out, we were standing still, against the steady cooling of our will. We drift after the middle of the day. The moon pulls a thin silver needle through the blinds, tracing the valleys where your weight used to settle. I shift my legs to the cold side of the mattress, but the air there is still heavy with your habit. The fabric remembers the geometry of your shoulders. I am unrising the static in the quiet hours, the way the floorboards don't creak anymore without you. There is a phantom pressure against my spine, a residual warmth that refuses to evaporate, like a clock that keeps ticking after its hands are broken. The dark darkness has a texture. I can almost touch a familiar gravity pulling at the corners of the room. I am reaching for a hand that has dissolved into the wind, but the indentation on the pillow tells a different story. Your ghost still sleeping in my sheets tonight, folding the shadows into the shape of a man. I am tangled in the silhouette you lay behind, breathing the space where your heartbeat used to be. The linen is a map of everything I cannot hold. Every wrinkle in the cloth, a recorded conversation I lie perfectly still, so I don't disturb the ruins. If I move too fast, the illusion might fracture and leave me alone in the desert of white cotton. But for now, devoid as your eyes and your silence. The darkness has a texture I can almost touch, a familiar gravity pulling at the corners of the room. I am reaching for a hand that has dissolved into the wound, but the indentation on the pillow tells a different story. Your ghost still sleeping in my sheets tonight, shape of a man. I am tangled in the silhouette you left behind, breathing the space where your heartbeat used to be. The linen is a map of everything I cannot hold. The train sat idling on the eastbound platform, a ticket tucked inside your summer coat. I had the words arranged like heavy stones, but the engine hummed a much louder note. We watched the shadow of the clock tower stretching out across the dusty floor. Just two people leaning on the silence, waiting for a knock upon an open door. Calendar was turning over pages before we even learned to read the lines. We held the map upside down in the dark, searching for the most elusive signs. It was almost a bridge across the canyon, it was almost a harvest in the grain, but the seasons changed their mind by midnight, and the drought outlasted all the rain. The locks were turning but the key was bent. The letter arrived after money was spent, a ghost of a spark that refused to ignite, left us standing on the edges of the light. I saw you tracing circles in the window steam, writing names that vanished with the breath. Walked the tightrope of a shedding tension, scared of heights and bored to death. You said the wind tasted like copper as the city started pulling us apart. Not a tragedy of broken promises, just a slow malfunction of the heart. The sky grew pale as an old receipt for a debt they never figured how to pay, but kept the engine running in the drive. But neither of us knew the way. ghost of the spark that refused to ignite, left us standing on the edges of the light. They say tomorrow is a hungry gambler who takes your chips before the cards are dealt. I tried to find a seam in the fabric to understand the emptiness I felt, but the clock is just a circle of numbers, and the tracks lead only to the night station. We are the architects of a house of sand, building on a fractured foundation. It was almost a please or lost to play now. It was almost a harvest in bloom, but the seasons change their minds at midnight, and the down lasted overwhelmed. The locks were turning but the keys bent. The land arrived after money was spent. A ghost of a spark that refused to ignite, left us standing on the edges of the light. It was almost a future lost to play now. It was almost a harvest in the game, but the seasons changed their mind by midnight, and the drought outlasted out the rain. The dust has settled on the mahogany shelf since you took your shadow and left me to myself. A half-empty ceramic mug sits by the pane, holding the ghost of a lip print and a tear stain. The floorboards groan under the weight of the air. I found a stray copper strand on a velvet chair. It's a fragile souvenir of a mundane day before the calendar turned and you drifted away. This illness is a museum of what we used to be. Every corner is a witness hanging over me. I am surrounded by the shapes you touched before, the brass handle of the closet and the latch on the door. Trivial things are heavy with the gravity of you. Gathering those in a room colored gray and blue. Your wool coat is missing, but the hanger remains, swaying in the draft like I am shackled in chains. I saw the crease in the pillow where you rested your head, a shallow valley where the morning lather shed. The clock on the mantle has a stuttering beat, tracing the circles where our histories meet. I could rearrange the pencils and polish the glass, but I can't scrub the vision of how it all came to pass. The stillness is a museum of what grew you to be. Every corner is a witness hanging over me. I am surrounded by the shapes you touched before, the brass handle on the closet and the latch on the door. Trivial things are faded, the gravity of you. Gathered in ghosts in a room colored gray and blue. They say a house is just bricks and mortar and pine, but you match your pulse into every design. The fountain pen on the desk is running out of ink. I'm standing on the ledge of a memory string. If I throw it all out, would the silence grow loud, or would I just be a king of a hollowed out cloud? The stillness is a museum of what we used to be. Every corner is a witness hanging over me. I am surrounded by the seats you touched before, the brass handle of the closet and the latch on the door. Trivial things are heavy with the gravity of you. Gathering those in a room colored gray and blue. The stillness is a museum of what we used to be. Every corner is a witness hanging over me. I am surrounded by the shapes you quality of you. Candle on ghosts and on color gray and blue.
The radiator hums a low silver note, while I stare at the spine of a book he never opened. The ceiling grows taller in this half-lit hour, and the distance between us is a thickening fog, without a single footstep to mark the ground. Just two clocks ticking in different time zones. You are probably leaning against a cold window frame, watching the traffic lights bleed into the asphalt. The questions I didn't ask are gathering dust, like old newspapers turning yellow on the porch. We traded our voices for a heavy blanket of wood, and now the floorboards blown under the weight of ghosts that we both invited in but never asked to leave. The coffee goes cold before the first sip. The television flickers with the mute blue glow. Everything I wanted to say is a stone in my throat, dragging me down to the bottom of a dry well. There is a map of you drawn on the inside of my lens, a geography of silence for neither of us dares to tread. We are two separate islands in the same restless sea, thinking of the bridge that we pulled apart with our teeth. The air is thick with all the words we managed to kill, but the ghost of your name is still breathing in the hallway. I saw a coat that looked like yours at the station. My heart did a somersault, then sank like an anchor. I wondered if you still put too much sugar in your cup, or if you finally learned to sleep with the lights off. The empty chair across from me is a jagged monument to every conversation we cut off at the root, waiting for a spring that neither of us believed in. The mirror reflects a room that feels twice as wide. The mail boils over on the mahogany table. Everything I wanted to hear is a bell ringing underwater, distant and muffled and impossible to crash. There is a map of you drawn on the inside of my eyelids, a geography of silence where neither of us dares to tread. We are two separate islands in the same restless sea, thinking of the bridge that we pulled apart with our teeth. The air is thick with all the words we managed to kill, but the ghost of your name is still breathing in the hallway.
The asphalt ribbon swallows the glare of electric vines hanging in the air. I'm guiding this heavy metal cage, turning over a dog-eared page through the canyons of glass and steel, where nothing I touch feels real. A spectrum bleeds across the dash, like a painter's favorite purple slatch. I see a face in the oil-slick grain, a ghost haunting the eyes you rain. You're the riddle that won't resolve, a knot my fingers can't dissolve. But the road keeps winding like a silver snake between the promises we had to break. One eye on the mirror for a memory spark, the other searching for a hole in the dark. Is it a dead-end street or a bridge on fire? A tangled wire of high desire. Until the ink ran dry underneath the charcoal velvet sky. You said forever was a shifting sand. I tried to hold it with a trembling hand. Now the stoplights blink a steady red, like all the warnings we never read. The radio hums a static tune, fading out beneath the paper moon. The distance grows with every year, but you're still sitting far too near. But the road keeps winding like a silver lake between the promises we had to break. One eye on the mirror for a memory spark, the other searching for a hole in the dark. Is it a dead end street or a bridge on fire? A tangled wire of high desire. The road keeps winding like a silver snake between the promises we had to break. One eye on the mirror for a memory spark, the other searching for a hole in the dark. Is it a dead end street or a bridge on fire? A tangled wire of high desire. Heavy shadows crawled up the bedroom wall. The grandfather clock marks the distance in the hall. Her thumb hovers over a name she used to breathe, a ghost in the circuitry that refuses to leave. Midnight is a mountain she cannot seem to climb, sitting in the hollow of this wasted time. Dial tone is a wire cutting through her skin. Where does the silence end and the ache begin? She built a fortress out of things she never said. Now she's counting bricks in the middle of her bed. A stiff upper lip is a brittle kind of bone. It leaves you raining on a very quiet one. But the hour is a thief and the sun is a death. She's drowning in the ego and honored regret, staring at the digits like a forbidden prayer, praying all the sorrow into the freezing air. The bridge is burned but the embers are cold, a story that's heavy and a century old. The moon is a coin tossed into a well. She has secrets that she's far too proud to sell. One press of a button could break the winner's spell, but she's paralyzed inside this polished shell. If she breaks the cheese, would he even know her tone? Or has he found a different sea to be sown? The ink
open the ledger, starting to try between the hard truth and a comforting lie. She holds the deceiver like a sharpening stone, afraid of the sound of her blood on the phone. But the hour is a thief and the sun is a threat. She's drowning in the ink of the non-Android girl, staring at the digits like a forbidden prayer, burning all the sorrow into the freezing air. The bridge is burned, but the embers are cold. A story that's heavy and a century old.
Heavy shadows crawl up the bedroom wall. The grandfather clock marks the distance in the hall. Her thumb hovers over a name she used to breathe, a ghost in the circuitry that refuses to leave. Midnight is a mountain she cannot seem to calm, sitting in the hollow of this wasted time. The dial tone is a wire cutting through her skin. Where does the silence end and the ache begin? She built a fortress out of things she never said. Now she's counting bricks in the middle of her bed. A stiff upper lip is a brittle kind of bone. It leaves you reigning on a very quiet throne. But the hour is a thief and the sun is a threat. She's drowning in the ink of an unearned regret, staring at the digits like a forbidden prayer, breathing all the sorrow into the freezing air. The bridge is burned, but the embers are cold. A story that's heavy and a century old. The moon is a coin tossed into a well. She has secrets that she's far too proud to sell. One press of a button could break the winter spell, but she's paralyzed inside this polished shell. If she breaks the piece, would he even know her tone? Or has he found a different seed to be sown? The ink in the ledger is starting to dry between the hard truth and a comforting lie. She holds the deceiver like a sharpening stone, afraid of the sound of a bird on the phone. But the eyes are deep and the sun is a threat. She's drying the ink of an unearned regret, staring at the digits like a forbidden prayer, breathing all the sorrow into the hazy air. The bridge is burned, but the ember cold. A story that's heavy and a century old. The kitchen floor is cold and silver under the moon. We sat where the shadows stretched across the tiles, trading secrets like coins we were ready to spend. Your voice had a gravel path I love to walk down. The clock on the wall was just a circle of wood. Time didn't have teeth back when you were leaning in. Now I touch the back of the chair where you leaned, and the air is just air, and the ceiling is high. The deep end of a midnight is a shallow grave now. Those heavy words get through just an outcast. I am catching the ghost of a frequency we used to inhabit until the broadcast stopped and the wire went dead. Every truth we traded is an antique in a locked room, just a flicker of a candle that ran out of wick. You told me about the house where you grew up and the fear of the dark that never quite left your bones. I told you I was searching for a tether on a map. We were two ships tied together in a sudden swell. But the morning is a thief with a very sharp blade. It cuts the connection and leaves the line frayed. I look at the space where your breath used to hang. It is empty and polished and perfectly still. The whooping dust of midnight is a shallow groove now. Those fuzzy words were from my drifting out to sea. I am catching the ghost of a frequency we used to inhabit until the broadcast stopped and the water went dead. Every truth we traded is an antique in a locked room, just a flicker of a candle that ran away. The deep end of a midnight is a shallow gray cloud. Those heavy words we flew are drifting out to sea. I'm catching the ghost of a frequency we used to inhabit until the broadcast stopped and the wire went dead. Every truth she traded is an antique in a locked room, just a flicker of a candle that ran out of flame. The sheets are pulled tight on the left, but I'm still anchored to the edge. Gravity's a ghost I haven't outrun, tracing the outline of where you went. The cotton is cold under my palm, a vast geography I refuse to claim. I'm a passenger in this double frame, watching the shadow of a heavy head. Your side of the bed still feels warm in my mind. The static of the summer is frozen in the light. I reach out for a pulse I know I won't find, but the fever of your ghost is clinging to the night. No, it hasn't cooled down and I'm losing my sight. Your side of the bed still feels warm in my mind. I talk to the sea about the damage, where your shoulders used to press the springs. The air is thick with things we never meant, quiet as the dust on wedding rings. I tell the silence that you're just in a hole, checking the lock or turning off the stove. But the emptiness is moving through the wall, cracking open every treasure trove. I'm an architect of a phantom spark, building a bridge across the dark, feeding a fire that has long gone black, waiting for the weight to come back. Your side of the bed still feels warm in my mind. The static of the summer is frozen in the light. I reach out for the pulse I know I won't find, but the figure of your ghost is clinging to the night. No, a coda pity and screamed, unbounding up sentences that remain unseen. I tapped out my soul, then pulled back the hand, constructing a fortress on shifting west hand. The battery bleeds while the cursor stays still, waiting for gravity to break through this will. We lean into the receiver till our knuckles turn white, holding our breath in the hollow of night. I can hear how you breathe in that heavy, uneven way, counting the moments and the debts we can't pay. You swallow a feeling I'm too tired to chase, just two ghosts haunting a familiar space. Every word gets lost in the static between us, a ghost in the wire, a shadow that's seen us. Cool frequencies turning our silver to rose, building a gallows from diamonds and dust. We're shouting through fog and drowning in rain, while the frequency hums with the weight of entrain. Maybe the lines were cut long ago and we started to read what we'd have used to sow. Now there's a desert where the garden once stood, and silence is understood as much as a shame. I'm reaching for signals that no longer exist, just a terminal case of the things that we missed. The inbox is a ledger of things left unsaid, a gallery of visions we've left for the dead. I see your name glowing and I watch it fade out. The spectrum is clouded by structural doubt. The distance is measured in millimeters of miles, hiding the fracture behind artificial smiles. Every word gets lost in the static between us, a ghost in the wire, a shadow that's seen us. Cruel frequencies turning our silver to rust, building a gallows from diamonds and glass. We're shouting through fog and drowning rain, while the frequency hums with the weight of this strain. Every word gets lost in the static between us, a ghost in the wire, a shadow that's seen us. Cruel frequencies turning our silver to rust, building a gallows from diamonds and dust. We're shouting through fog and drowning in rain, while our reality hums with the weight of this train. The thumb swipes a trail through the binary dust, dragging up ghosts and the skeletons of trust. The screen goes cold like a surgical knife, carving out pieces of a previous life. And the silence is heavy as a concrete wall, watching the rise and the inevitable fall. Three dots dancing, then they fade away. Words get strangled with nothing left to say. The glass is a mirror, but the eyes are hollow, searching for a pill that's too jagged to swallow. She traces the letters of a dead man's name, feeding the flicker of an extinguished flame. Blue light confessions buried in the palm, a digital stone beneath the fabricated calm. The thumb hovers over the button of regret, holding on to shadows she hasn't conquered yet. It only ever lives behind the lithium glow, the secrets that the signal icons never know. She's a captive of the circuit and the midnight spark, writing postcards to the giants in the dark. The battery is dying, but the memory is wide. Nowhere for a weary heart left to hide. She kills the glow, but the vision remains, counting our links in the invisible chains. The clock counts the minutes like a hammer on a nail. The pixels are fading and the spirit is frail. She locks the screen and the world goes black, knowing that the cinder isn't coming back. She puts on the mask for the morning light, playing the truth of the middle of the night. Blue like confessions, barely in the palm. A digital storm beneath a fabricated calm. From hovers over the burden of regret, holding on to shadows. She hasn't greened it yet. It only ever lives behind a lengthy arrow. The secrets that the signal icons may show. Blue like confessions, better cynical. A digital storm beneath a fabricated calm. But some hovers over the bottom of the grip, holding on to shadows she hasn't conquered yet. It only ever lives behind an empty wall. These secrets that the signal icons never show.
Kitchen clock stutters against the drywall, while the moon drags its jagged light across the floor. I am tracing the outline of a shadow that refuses to fall, listening for the ghost knocking at an unlocked door. We used to weave tapestries at a 2 a.m. air, heavy with the scent of coffee and unmade plans. Your words had a kid like gravel and a velvet flare, leaning through the wires to touch my resting hands. Now the stillness is a weight I cannot seem to share. It crawls into the spaces where your stories used to lie. I walk through the rules of everything we never said, under a seasoning that mimics a hollowed out sky. But in the hush I find a phantom frequency, resonating through the hollows of a vacant room. A low vibration where your laughter used to be, carving out a canyon in the gathering gloom. I reach for the dial with nothing left to chew, just the essence of a man I used to know, breaking the quiet like a sudden winter bloom. In the soundless places where the cold winds blow, the sheets are stiff and the kettle has turned cold. I remember the grain and the rasp of your deepest tone, a currency of secrets that we never bought or sold, leaving me wealthy and standing entirely alone. Now the stillness is a weight I cannot seem to shed. It crawls into the spaces where your stories used to lie. I walk through the arms of everything we never said. I'm built a ceiling that
makes her hollowed out sky. But in the hush I find a phantom frequency resonating through the hollows of a vacant room. A low vibration way after used to be, carving out a canyon in the garden gloom. I reach for the diamond of the answer to, just the resonance of a man I used to know, breaking the quiet like a sudden winterlude. Yeah, soundless places where the cold winds blow.